Good day, yogis. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment. My account is Simha Yoga Lab, and the 4-digit ID code, if you're prompted for it, is 8096. And the classes are $10. If you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. I'm streaming on Instagram and Facebook, and the videos are then uploaded as a post. I'm also uploading those same videos to my YouTube channel, which is Simha Yoga Lab. So if you're not actually streaming with me on real time, and you're just kind of taking classes throughout the day or any time on through the library in the future, you might actually want to go to YouTube instead, because if you're kind of shaky in Instagram and Facebook, the audio and video, you are going to have a much better experience going to YouTube. The quality is way better on there. So if you're not streaming and it's kind of shaky on those two platforms, go to YouTube. That's my recommendation. It's just a lot more pleasant to look at a screen that is not shaky. Also, you can pull it up on your smart TV so that you have a bigger screen to practice with, okay? Today's class is basics. It is a level 1 class. If your hips are tight or your lower back is tight, you might want to elevate, sit up on a block, or sit up on a blanket. Now, for those of you who are new to my practice, welcome. So I cautioned that if you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations or injuries, right, make sure you are mindful about listening to the instructions and making some good decisions about what is appropriate and what is not appropriate for your body, right? If you're working with injuries, right, there are going to just be some things that you should not be doing. So allow pain and discomfort, or just your own knowledge of whatever that injury or limitation is, help you make some good decisions, right, about what you should do or shouldn't do. So not every pose will be appropriate for you, so just make sure that you keep that in check. Okay, sitting up tall, palms face up, fingers come together on the draw, thumb and index fingers touching. Grounding evenly through your seat, let the shoulders broaden. And with your lips touching, start to regulate your breath by breathing only through your nose. Three arms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer in front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart, chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga, call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Savavashtan, Savavashtan, Gatopiwa, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Bundrikaksham, Bundrikaksham, Sabahya, Sabahya, Bihyendraha, Bihyendraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes, let the palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongating through the left side of the neck. And take the chin toward the right shoulder. Release, back to center, drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And the chin toward the left shoulder. Release, back to center, drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head one direction, ear to one side. Roll it back, opposite side. Roll the center. Take a few more rounds in the same direction. Back to center, pause. Taking the opposite direction. And draw back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and neutral spine. Coming off the blocks, extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Turning your toes toward each other, and then roll out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Back to center, switching around. And back to center again. Cross your shins, take the opposite shin on top. Raise the arms up high, extend, twist to the right on the exhale. Now stay twisting to your left. Raise your right arm over the right ear, tilting toward the left side. So you're adding a side bend to your twist. Take it up to vertical. Wrap the right arm over to your left. So your right arm should be on top, grabbing the knees. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, you can round the spine as you draw forward and stay in the forward fold. Now once you reach your extension, your deepest extension, with the hands to the top of the knees, pull the knees toward each other. And with that spread, you should feel the openness of the upper back, middle back, lower back. Start to release, keep your arms crossed and come up. Now, we're going to take eagle arms. If you're not able to double wrap, right, you're just going to press the top of the hands toward each other like this. This is good enough. However, if you have no range, and you can double wrap like this, take a double wrap. So this is your eagle arms. If you're not able to do that, take it here. If even this is difficult, you can just take your arms together, and this is good enough. Okay? Wherever you are, lift the elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, round forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, roll up, gaze up, lift the elbows up. Exhale, draw forward, round forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw forward. Take it back up to vertical. And twist to the right. Alright, so if you have your arms together, just go here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, back to center. Release your arms. Extend the arms out and up. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you for support. Now stay rotating to your left. Start to tilt over toward the right side. Raise your left arm overhead and extend. So you're adding that side stretch. Now, if your shoulders are tight, your arms are moving out to the side a little bit, rather than over the ear. All right, take it back up. Wrap the left arm over the right and grab the right knee. So your arms are crossed, your left arm should be on top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to round forward for the forward fold. Once you come to the forward fold, you're feeling pretty good, then you can pull the knees toward each other. This will give you a nice sense of the spread of the back. Inhale, come up, release for eagle arms. So again, if you're not able to take double wrapping, you can just press the tops of the hands toward each other. If this is still difficult, take the arms together like this. Right? Left elbows up. You know what? This time I'll demonstrate this. Inhale, elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take it forward. Come back up to vertical. Exhale, twist left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale back to center. Release. Arms out and up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Right hand to the floor. Left arm overhead. Right? So again, those of you with tight shoulders, if you reach your left arm overhead, over the ear, and it forces you to collapse, right? Then better to take the arm out to the side and reach and side bend instead. Alright, so now actually all of us are going to let the left shoulder drop down a little bit. But keep reaching the left hand over to the right side. And keep reaching and folding forward over the right leg. Now, take the left hand to the floor for support. So if you're a little less flexible, you might be higher, right? And all you're doing is this, and rounding the spine. Draw the nose in toward the knee. If you have a little more range, it could be your nose touching the knee. Take it back to stack, all the way back up to vertical, side bending to the left. So again, if the arm over the ear is not available for you, arm out to the side is perfectly fine. But keep your shoulders stacking and side bending, right? Now everyone, let the right shoulder collapse a little bit, but keep active with your right fingertips reaching out. Keep reaching out, and then take the right hand down to the floor to accommodate for your flexibility, and then just nose in toward the knee. So if you're less flexible, you're a little higher. But if you're more flexible, you go in with the nose touching the knee. Release, take it back to stack, come all the way back up, legs forward, forward, forward. Of course, those of you with tight hips, tight lower back, you can bend your knees and flex your feet and grab your feet this way, your ankles or your shins. Now make sure that anytime you're taking a seated forward fold, whether your legs are extended or knees bent, you want to always start with lengthen spine of the spine, neutral through your spine. Try not to round, try not to shrug. Alright, so coming forward like this is not good at all. Lengthen this. Even if you're relatively high, if your spine is more neutral and you lean forward, you're going to get that lower back stretch. That's not what we're looking for. So again, if your legs are extended, keep the spine in neutral position, tilting forward through the hips. Inhale, come back up. Now, think of your hips as a hinge, right? Right? A hinge. Right? So if the spine is straight and you keep that neutral spine, whatever you're holding on to, right? Whether to the floor, to your legs, or to your toes, right? You want to keep that neutral spine, hinge at the hips to draw forward. Even if you high like this is going to give you a way better lower back stretch with a neutral spine than if you did this, right? This does nothing good for you. Right? All it does is it makes you hunch a little bit more. Yeah, so it looks like you're doing a forward fold, but what are you really doing? Really nothing, right? Other than perpetuating this roundedness, right? Which is not what we want. We want the opposite, right? To come out of this hunching of the back into more openness, right? So, neutral spine. Hinge at the hips, draw forward, only as far forward as you can go without rounding. Right? Okay, coming back, swing the legs back, hands and knees. Now, we are going to round the spine, but there's a purpose in doing this, right? And not just kind of collapsing and kind of going with poor posturing or physical patterns, right? All right, hands and knees, and we'll take some cat-cows. Hands are our shoulders width. Either your middle fingers or your index fingers point straight forward. So that depends on the tightness of your shoulders, right? Your knees are about hips width, line up the hips with your knees. All right, inhale, draw the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine, dome the middle back up towards the sky, chin toward the chest. Inhale, arch, this is your cow pose, this is a back bend. Exhale, round the spine, cat pose, forward bend. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral spine. Walk your hands slightly forward, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, down dog. Pedaling out the legs, walking it out side to side. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Step the right foot forward between your hands, left heel comes down, warrior one. So when you take your warrior one, we want to point the right toes forward. And what that means is the inside of the foot is parallel to the side of the mat, pointing forward. You then also want to line up the right knee over the right heel, the vertical line with your shins, ground the back heel down at an angle, lengthen out the back leg. Now if your back toes were pointing too far forward, and it's really tight for your ankles, the modification is to turn it out to the left side. When you turn your foot out to the side like this, it brings less stress to your ankles, right? It gives you a little bit more space to work with your ankles. So that will then give you a much easier, fully extended support back leg. Square forward, arms up, warrior one. Let's bring some movement to the front leg. Lengthen front leg, reach up. Bend front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, take it up. Keep the arms up. Bend the front knee, warrior one. So I'll face you this time. Now notice in warrior one, the placement of your feet. If you have the heel lined up with the back heel, one straight line, right? So that's pretty basic, standard positioning. However, if you turn to square your hips forward, it feels really tight. You feel like you can't move much. You might want to separate your feet a little bit. If you take the foot a little bit wider, right? And you're not lined up heel to heel, but you're maybe about 4 to 6 inches apart, right? Maybe about 4 inches better. But if you're really tight, you might have to go a little bit wider to 6. Now, once you have that distance, notice how your hips can square much more easily. So that when you rotate forward, it's much more at ease to face forward and arms up. So this is a better warrior one than if you try to line up the heels and then you can't really square it all. You end up facing off to the side, but then rotating too much through the spine to come to warrior one. You see how my hips are way off to the side, but I'm rotating through the spine to take my warrior one. Not so great. You want to square the hips as much as you can, and then much more neutral with the rotation with your torso to take warrior one. So this is a lot more productive, a lot more what we want warrior one to be. So check that, right? Heel to heel. If that's really tough for your hips and squaring forward requires too much rotation in your spine, then take the feet a little bit wider, square off. It will feel a lot easier. You're much more neutral in your spine to take your warrior one. Okay? Open it up for warrior two. Now, you might have to make an adjustment here. When you open up to warrior two, you might end up feeling like, oh, my hips are not really stacking properly. They feel a little awkward. It forces the knee to go inwards like this to open. Then you're going to have to adjust the back foot and step back in a little bit. Keep the knee over the heel. And see if you can stack a little bit better in your warrior two. Alright? So warrior one, hips are squaring forward. Warrior two, hips are stacking. They're going sideways like this. Okay? Then you want to check that the right knee is directly over the heel and not being wonky, going inwardly, right? You want to stack the heels again. Your knee to the heel again. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. So notice this warrior leg does not change position. You don't want it to change. Right hand spins out the foot, and then pressing the right tricep to the inside of the knee. Use that resistance to stack your shoulders, reach your left arm up. Now, if touching down to the floor is difficult, you're going to have to take the elbow to tap the leg and raise your left arm up. So that might be a modification, that's perfectly fine. Now, once you have this pose, I'll come back to the side view. Once you have this pose, if you're modified, try not to let the ribs collapse. You want the arm and the ribs to be actively lifting. So you're going to press the right arm down to lift the ribs, and now you feel much more openness through your ribs. Right? Side angle. Come up, reverse warrior, and then take the hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back, lower all the way down to the belly. Hands alongside the rib cage. 3 progressive cobras, meaning we're working our way up. Hands alongside the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So your lower ribs and your belly on the floor flat as you lift the upper back. So that's an upper back bend. Elbows toward each other. Press your hands down. Lift up a little higher. This time your belly and your lower ribs away from the floor. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have the full extension of your arms, take it. If you're not quite there, keep the elbows bent and only go up as high as you feel is comfortable for your back and for your spine. Alright, start to release, lower all the way down, and then press with your hands, lift your seat, and take the seat toward the heels as you fold forward into your child's pose. Start to release. Walk your hands back forward, tuck your toes under, lift the knees down, up. Inhale, raise your left leg up, 3-legged duck. Step the left foot forward, back heel down, rise up, warrior 1. So again, let's check your warrior 1. Left toes point straight forward. The inside of the foot is parallel to the side of the mat. Square the hips forward, raise your arms up. What's the sensation in your hips? Are you lined up heel to heel and feel rather tight in the hips? If that's the case, go a little bit wider, about 4 to 6 inches wider, so that you have much more openness to kind of rotate the hips face forward a little bit better, so that the spine is a little bit more neutral. Alright? So if you need to, play with it a little bit, come back to heel. Feel for that sensation. Raise the arms up. How does that warrior 1 feel to you? A little bit tight? Go back a little bit wider. So it might not even be 4 to 6 inches apart. It could just be 2 inches apart. Maybe that's all you need. So that is all contingent upon what your body needs, right? And for those of us who are more advanced, it's actually heel to arch of the foot. So you see, placement of the foot to heel makes the difference in how the hips feel in the rotation to square forward into your warrior 1. Alright? Open it up, warrior 2. Alright, so if you make the adjustment of wider and now going to warrior 2, it feels kind of tight, or actually it might feel really good, and taking into warrior 2 here feels really good, right? Then keep it. Right? But if it feels not quite right, adjust it back, heel to heel or heel to arch, depending on your flexibility. See if that gives you the freedom that you're looking for, right? Keep the left knee lined up over the heel, vertical line. Arms are parallel, reaching opposite directions. Right? So from warrior 1 to warrior 2, side angle. The front leg should not be moving too much. A little bit of adjustment is okay. But warrior 1 legs should stay warrior 1. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Hands to the inside of the foot. If you can, press your tricep to the inner left leg, and that resistance can give you more support to stack your shoulders with your right arm up. Now, if touching down to the floor is difficult, you have the modification of elbow to the leg. Make sure, again, you're not collapsing, but instead you're lifting away from the floor or away from your left thigh, reaching right arm up. right? Even if you're touching your left hand down, it's the same thing. You're not collapsing down to reach up. You're actually pressing down, lifting the torso, lifting the right arm, right? So there is an oppositional push and pull. Inhale, come up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Now this time, we'll go up and down in the progressive cobras. Hands alongside the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Lower ribs, belly touching down. Exhale, lower arms all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little higher. So belly and lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower arms all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher, full extension if you have it. Exhale, all the way down, child's pose. Take the seat toward the heels and fold. Lift back up. Ground the palms, tuck the toes, lift the knees. Down dog, pedaling out. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Grab opposite elbows. Draw the left arm back. Draw the right arm back. Grabbing opposite elbows. Once you have your opposite elbows, think about broadening your shoulders or drawing your shoulders back. Press your forearms to your mid and lower back. Use that support to lift into a back bend, gently looking up. On the exhale, come back to neutral. Start with the neutral spine to draw forward, so you're hinging at the hips first. So hinge as far as you can, and then round the neck and the upper back to let the head draw down. Start to lift. Come back up. Release. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the front leg. Triangle. Tip the left hip back. Reach your right hand forward. For full pose, right hand to the floor. Left arm up. If you need to modify, your hamstrings are tight. Then you can take the hand higher up on the shin. If you have a little bit more range, you can go a little bit lower. So that's your modification. Left arm reaching up. Triangle. Inhale, take it back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back. This time, lower all the way down to the belly, Sphinx pose. Walk your hands forward, take the forearms down. Grab opposite elbows. Again, that's how you measure out your shoulders width, and then take the arms back down to parallel. Line up the left shoulder over the left elbow. So you want to go into 90 degrees here roughly. Then press your belly and your ribs to the floor, just like our baby cobra. And with that, press your forearms down to lift your chest. And this is your Sphinx pose. Now, if you want to feel more extension or more work to your legs, point the right toes, lift the right thigh off the floor and reach back. Release your right leg down, switch sides, point the left toes, lift the left thigh, and reach back. Take the left foot back down. Now, we're going to take this into a very subtle back bend. What's going to happen is you're going to press the hands and forearms down, but lift the ribs, lift the belly, but keep your pubis, right, on the floor as you shift the weight back, round the mid and upper of the spine, chin toward the chest. And start to release. Draw the elbows out to lower your chest. Walk your hands back. And again, transitioning back to your child's pose. Let your lower back, let the sacrum release. Forehead down. Take it back to down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Okay, again on the mid back here. Wrap the right arm back behind you. Wrap the left arm back behind you and take opposite elbows. Once you have opposite elbows, broaden your chest. Press your forearms to your mid and lower back. Use that support to lift the heart center up, gaze up. So this is a back bend in your modification on the ecstatic warrior. Now be mindful when you come into devotional warrior, why you want to keep the neutral spine. So lift back up to neutral, right? Because if you start rounding the back to bow forward, you're going to come into a very kind of weak forward fold because the roundedness are not going to get you nearly as far as if you keep a neutral spine. Hinge at the hips. Go as far forward as you can in the hips first, and then let the head release. That will give you a much deeper forward fold in this devotional warrior. All right, take it back up. Warrior one, releasing the hands. Open it up, warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg, triangle. Tip the right hip back, reach your left hand forward. Left hand directly to the floor for the full pose, right arm up. So again, pressing the left fingertips down, but feel lift along your torso and the right arm reaching up. If you're modifying, left hand to top of the shin, right arm up, you can of course go a little bit lower. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle, left arm back. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. And again, lower all the way down to the belly. Take it back to Sphinx. So grabbing opposite elbows again, forearms come down. Line up your shoulders over your foot elbows and the elbows of the wrist so you have 90 degrees. Right, and then pressing your belly in the lower ribs down, and then pressing your forearms down to lift your chest. Right, so you don't engage like this, right? Oftentimes we just kind of like let the belly softly rest, and then let the head release, right? So this does not give us nearly as much as what we're looking for. We want to engage it. Press your belly, your lower ribs down, right? And then in opposition, press your forearms down to lift your chest. So you're going to feel a lot more mid-back bend here. Now let's add a twist. Look past your right shoulder behind you. Square back to center, look past your left shoulder behind you. Now look past your right shoulder on the first side, look past your left shoulder on the second side. Take it back to center again. When you lower down, move your elbows out to the side. And then walk your hands back alongside the rib cage. And again, through your child's pose, release your lower back, release your sacrum as you fold. Take it back up to the down dog. Start to walk your feet forward toward your hands. Walking toward the front of the mat, so you don't have to be directly to the front of the mat, maybe about a foot and a half back. Alright, feet together, knees together. Bend the knees, lift the upper back, and rise up into chair. The knees are bent in chair. Then stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee and take tree pose. Sole of the right foot to the inner left leg. Hands together in prayer, arms up and out. Now for those of you with tight hips, right? Having the foot so high up could be really tight and it's throwing off your balance. So if you release your foot below the knee joint, it will help you tremendously in this back in this balancing pose. In time, as you get adjusted to this pose with the foot lower below the knees, then as you get more flexible, then you want to go above the knee. Now, even though if you place your foot here, it looks like you're pressing up against your knee joint, which is what you never want to do. Pressing weight directly into the knee joint. You do not want to do that. However, what I'm doing is I'm taking the heel above the knee joint and pressing to the lowest part of the thigh bone. That way, I am halfway up between as high up as this and below the knee, halfway up. That way, I can progressively work my heel up. So that I can get higher and higher until I get here, clearing the knees, but having the heel up so high forces me to work on hip flexibility. 2 more breaths. And start to release. Right knee forward, step the right foot down, and walk it out side to side. All right, take the feet back together. Bend the knees. Come back up to chair. Take it to second side. Step into the right foot. Pick up the left knee. Open up the knee to the left side. Grab that foot. Take it as high up as you can with the heel. Again, if your hips are tight, you might have to go below the knee. If that feels good right now, keep it. Most important for you is to find the balance here and start to find the easiness in the pose. Right? Initially, when we take poses, there's always a lot of effort. As we keep practicing, keep repeating, we start to learn how to balance in the pose. Also, we start to get stronger, right? So as you progressively get stronger and flexible, if the heel is below the knee, now maybe we can graduate it up a little bit. The heel of the left foot pressing to the inner right leg on the lowest part of that thigh bone, but above the knees, right? That way you don't disrupt the knee joint, the function of the knee joint, by putting weight and pressure into it, right? Then progressively work it higher and higher until you finally get to the point where your heel is way up high against the inner right thigh. Alrighty, let's start to break. Arms up, draw the left knee forward, step the left foot down, and walk it out side to side. Come back to center. Bend the knees, rise up chair. Exhale, dive forward. Fingertips to floor, bend the knees, and stepping your right foot back, crescent moon. Right knee comes down to the floor, untap the toes. Now, if you need extra padding to your right knee, you're taking your blankets or your towels to your right knee. And if you don't need that extra cushioning, knee directly to the floor, walk your hands to top of thighs, lunge forward actively. Once you get to your deepest lunge, you should end up with a vertical line with the left shin and the heel should be flat to the floor. Then press your hands into your thighs. Lean the upper torso back. Now you're beginning to gently look up with a back bend. Right? You want to look forward and slightly upwards with the back of the neck supporting and lengthened, right? You don't want to crunch the neck just to look upwards toward the sky. It's very stressful for your throat, and also that crunchiness is not great for the lower back, upper spine on the back of the neck, cervical spine. Now, once you're stable here and you're ready, you can take the arms up for Venus Mudra. Arms up and back. Now again, for those of you with tight shoulders, right? If arms alongside the ears, difficult, then you can shoot the arms straight up, or straight forward like this, or slightly forward at an angle. Even if that is difficult, you can separate your hands, right? So these principles are always consistent, right? Side angle. If the arm over the ear, or extended side angle, arm over the ear is difficult, you go off to the side. So same thing here. The arms go off to the side. It just frees up a lot more space. And progressively, you get the arms closer toward each other. Progressively, you get the arms over the ear and past the ears, right? So all those are ways to first modify the pose and then work deeper and creating more flexibility. All right, hands to either side of the left foot for pyramid. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and lengthen over your left leg. Now, for those of you who have tight hamstrings and you have blocks, take the two blocks to either side of the left foot. They should sit near your ankles because your shoulders should be roughly over your wrists in vertical lines. Okay? If your hands are too far forward like this, the arms are not very supportive, right? And you're going to have to work a little harder in this pose. It's not necessarily wrong if you're doing this for the purpose of just deepening your pose as a variation. But if you think that this is as supportive as this, and you need the support, then better to take the hands slightly back with a vertical line with the arms, right? So this is where you need your hands to be to support. All right, bend the front knee around the back heel. Circle it up to warrior two. Lengthen on the left leg. Turn the left toes to the right side. Straddling forward bend. So you're going to organize your feet by stepping your feet wide enough so that you feel like you are going into a wider straddle, but you don't want to be unstable. So you want to be wide enough that you're feeling like, okay, I'm getting some hip opening here, right? And some stretch. But at the same time, not a struggle. Hands to the hips. Lift up and lean back for a back bend to prepare. Take it back up to vertical. Hinge at the hips, just like we did earlier. Hinging at the hips. Let the hands come down. Once your hands are supporting, re-lengthen on the inhale. On the exhale, bend the elbows. Hinge more at the hips and take the torso forward and the head releasing toward the floor. Now, if your hamstrings are tight and you have to do all of this with your knees bent, right? Knees bent, that is okay. Hinging at the hips. Let the hands come down. Re-support, lengthen with your knees bent. Hinge at the hips, draw forward, let the head release. Now once you have the head released, if you want to look to lengthen out the legs to come back to full extension, then work on that, right? Do the best you can. Right? The point is not to overstretch your hamstrings, forcing your inflexible hamstrings to carry that much weight in the forward fold, right? Because when you go forward in the forward fold with straight legs, the brunt of the work will be put to your hamstrings to support all of that, right? If you have weak or not very flexible hamstrings, you might pull something, right? So better to bend at the knees, right? And then reduce the stress to your hamstrings to take the forward fold. All right, when we come out of the pose, we're going to take that principle, right? With your hands supported, bend at the knees, let the seat drop a little bit. Shift your way back toward your heels. Now when you come up, lift from the head and the upper back through a straighter spine. Then as you lift up, use the strength of the legs to carry you up. And turn it back into warrior two, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step the left foot or the right foot forward into standing forward bend. Bend the knees. Rise up a chair. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee, switching legs. Left hand to left knee, right arm out to side, and open up the knee to the left side. Right? On the first round, we started with the left leg bearing weight and picked up the right foot, right? This time we're reversing that. Stepping on the right foot to bear weight first. Square back to center, step the left foot down. Immediately switch sides, pick up the right knee. Right hand to right knee, left arm out to the side, and open up the knee to the right. Square back to center. Step the right foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward. Fingertips to the floor, bend the knees, and step The left foot back, left knee comes down, untuck the toes. Walk your hands top the thighs. Lunge forward. Once you get to your deepest lunge, right knee over the right heel. The heel must be flat to the floor, anchoring down for support. Then press your hands to your thighs, lean the upper torso back, naturally looking up at an angle from the back bend, from the mid and upper back, not from the cervical spine. Right? And you take the back bend from the cervical spine, that means you're looking straight up and crunching the back of the neck. We don't want to do that. If you keep the neck neutral, but you go from the back bend of the upper back, then you start to look upwards naturally without changing the relationship with a neutral cervical spine. Right? Neutral cervical spine, through the back bend, you start to naturally look upwards. Once you have the foundation and back bend and you're ready, arms up, crescent moon. This is your full expression of your crescent moon. So again, adjust for your arms accordingly. Three more breaths. All right, begin to release. Hands to either side of the right foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and start to lengthen out over the right leg. Use your blocks of the knee. Now, in addition, if your feet are really wide and you feel like you can't sustain this pose because you're going too deep into a split, then you need to walk the foot in. Once you walk the foot in and you have much more support structure for your legs, then the hamstring stretch will happen a lot more productively and you can feel it a lot more specifically, right? Keep supporting with the hands as you need. Right? Whereas if you go too wide and you're going into a split, you're struggling so much in so many different places that you're not even really feeling for the hamstring stretch that you're looking for. But if you walk it in, you're much more stable. Now you can zero in on the hamstring stretch a lot more effectively. Bend the front knee around the back heel, circle it up, warrior two, lengthen out the right leg, turn the right toes to the left side. Right? Organize your feet. Right? Your toes are just a little bit closer than your heels. Hands to the hips. Lift up and slightly back with the back bend. Come up to vertical. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, bend your knees a little bit. Hinge at the hips, draw forward. Let the hands come down for support. Once you have your hands down, re-lengthen. Deep in the forward fold. Once you have the deeper forward fold, now you can lengthen out the legs a little bit more. And then release a little bit more. So progressively, incrementally, right? Work into the forward fold. One body part at a time. Alrighty, let's start to break. Hands to the floor for support. Lifting the upper back. Bend the knees, let the seat drop. When you lift the torso, think about the head and the upper back lifting through a neutral spine. Shift your way back toward your heels. And that should give your legs a lot more opportunity to bear weight and carry the weight of the body. Arms out to a T, turn the right toes forward, warrior two. Reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, the right foot stepping back plank. Inhale, breath. Exhale, push up, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left heel up, three-legged dog. Take the left knee in, land the shin to the floor, pigeon. Take the left thigh, left knee, angle it off to the side, about 30 to 45 degrees. You're balancing on the top of the left shin. Inch your right knee further back to lower your seat, untuck your toes. Walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. Now if you did all this measurement right, your pelvis should be pretty level, spine should be straight, left thigh angles onto the side, creating a very strong foundation. You might not even need your hands for support to test it out. Once you have all that, Then you can walk forward. Forearms to the floor, making pillows to the hands and resting your forehead, or the forehead all the way down, arms forward. So all of those are good options. Take the next few breaths here. So you should feel a good amount of sensation onto your left glutes, left hip, through the left quads, left knee, left shin, left top of the foot. All right, let's break. Lift back up, walk your hands back in, tuck the back toes, and gently press it back to down dog. Take lots of movement, side to side. All right, raise your right leg up. Right knee in toward the nose. Land the top of the right shin to the floor. Start angling up the right knee, right thigh, over to the right side, 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your left knee further back, untuck the toes. Walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. You should be level with the pelvis. You should be vertical with your spine. Arms out to either side to test it. And then make your way forward. You can be in forearms again. If you're taking hands, take the other hand on top. So you might feel a little awkward, right, when you take the other hand on top. Right, so this is a perfect example of something so simple feeling so awkward, and that's because of your dominant side taking a lot of the work most of the time, right? So without thinking, just always work with your dominant side. A few more breaths here. All right, take it back up, walk it back in. Down dog. And walk your feet forward toward your hands. Move the seat. Hands to either side. Slide the hands out, supporting your torso to lower onto your back. Let's take bridge. Bend your knees, walk your heels in, separating the feet up hips with your fingers. Feel for the back of the heels. Press your heels down, lift the seat. Walk your hands underneath you, interlace your hands, and then walk your shoulders in as well. So this is your bridge pose. Take a few breaths here. Release. Lower the lower back onto the floor, the sacrum. Draw the left knee in, extend the right leg out, keep the left arm onto the side, and twist to the right. Back to center. Switch legs, switch arms. Twist the other direction. Back to center. Hug both knees in. Step the feet to the floor. Slide the legs forward. Shavasana, final relaxation. take your breath back in, moving your fingers and toes, reaching the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions, rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep. And let the neck be free. Inhale from. Hands together in prayer from the heart. Bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment. My handle is Simha Yoga Lab. The 4-digit ID code is 8096. Classes are $10. And if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. So again, I am streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, and the videos are uploaded onto those two platforms. And then they're also uploaded onto my YouTube channel, which is Simha Yoga Lab. Now, if you're not streaming with me, or the audio video is a little bit shaky on Instagram and Facebook, I recommend for you to go to YouTube instead. It is a lot better with audio video. You also can pull up the video onto your smart TV. So that's a great way of doing the practice, right? So if that is better for you, you might want to take the option instead. Okay, thank you so much again. Be well, take care. I'll see you soon.